I was sat having a Christmas meal with my sister, who's the England netball women's coach, and I'd been given the opportunity to apply and to interview for the job, and obviously I'd worked on the men's side all my life, and she just said, "You've got to go for it. This will be the biggest and best thing that you ever do." I wanted to be a manager, and I wasn't bothered about how that was going to come about. Men's side, women's side, academy football, junior football. I wanted to have my own team, and I wanted to build my own philosophy, and I wanted to be successful as a coach. So I went for the interview, I did well in the interview, I got the job, and then that's where your mind goes from one side to the other. One is really excited, and then the other side is, what am I going to be like as a manager? Are they going to listen to me? Are they going to enjoy my style? Are they going to be up to the challenges that I'm going to be putting in front of them? Is my philosophy good enough to be an England manager to win a World Cup? So you start then challenging yourself in your own mind. And I just couldn't wait for the first camp, the first training session, the first meeting. The first meeting for me was the most important 30 minutes, I think, of my time so far as a manager, because that was the first contact I had with the players. They had to see me and what I was about, and I prepared like I've never prepared for a meeting. I wanted it to be slick and smooth, but I wanted to be myself, and I wanted to be authentic. And I think what I've learned over the last 16 months is that, yes, you can prepare a lot of things, your sessions, your videos, and your speeches, but actually being yourself and being authentic is the most important thing. International football, as rewarding it can be really frustrating, because you have the players for 10 days and then they go back to the club. So for 10 days they are singing out your hymn sheet, and then they go back to the club and they're singing out of somebody else's hymn sheet. But what we wanted to do, we wanted to make sure that every single minute of every single day, they knew that we was caring about them. Because I knew that my managers was caring about me, which then made me give more. So the WhatsApp groups, which some people have poked fun at, was just a tool for us to have more contact with our players, to make sure that every training session they did, they could send us their thoughts, they could send us their questions about what they needed to do. Because we were communicating with them, 2-3 times a week, by the time they came into camp, there was none of that 2-3 days getting to know each other again. So it was just a continuous development that we had. You're looking after 23 elite athletes who all need individual care. And we know everything about their lives, from where they live, to the car they drive, to the club they play for, the friends, the family, their aunties, their uncles, the dogs, the pets. From day one when I met the players, I made a promise to myself that I had to know every single one of them as people first. We spoke a lot in that first meeting about winning. And not just winning the World Cup, winning Olympics, or winning the European Championships. It was about winning every single day. We used to have this philosophy at Manchester United that you don't just win on a Saturday, you win 7 days a week. Every time we have contact, every time you go onto a football field, every time you shake somebody's hand, every time you say good morning to someone, you've got to do it with a purpose. So at the end of every day, we have a meeting and we say, have we won today, have we lost? And you know what, if we win more days than we lose, then we're going to be successful. So we have this mentality that every single day we want to win. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. When I took the Lionesses job 16 months ago, I said to them on day one that we're going to build an environment and a culture, and we're going to test their characters more than they've ever been tested. We're going to take them out of the comfort zone. The experience that I had in my playing career is that this is built over a period of time, that character building, that team spirit, that togetherness. And once you're into the job and you're probably 4 or 5 months in, you probably can't see it happening straight away. But then when you get to 6 to 12 months and you start seeing, the training sessions that you're giving them, that they're harder than they've ever had before, and then they're starting to enjoy those sessions, you start seeing a philosophy and a culture starting to develop. And what we've done from day one, we've said to them that for us to be successful, everybody's going to have to come out the comfort zone. Everybody's going to have to work harder than they've ever worked in their lives before. We've tested them more than they've ever been tested. So when it comes to the critical moments, and you hope that critical moment is a World Cup semi-final or World Cup final, then they are the best prepared. And we'll not know until they get into those moments how well that we've done that. It's the biggest thing in my professional life that I've ever done. I really believe that. I dreamt all my life about going to a World Cup, and this is an opportunity for me to go to a World Cup and manage an England national team, and that fills me with unbelievable pride. To stand on the touchline with your England suit on is the pinnacle for me, and I'm going there with 23 unbelievably talented footballers who are desperate for success. And I think this will be the biggest Women's World Cup of all time, without a shadow of a doubt, in terms of on the field and off the field. The media coverage will be amazing, and it's boom time really for the women's game, and I'm just happy that we've got this opportunity to go as the third best team in the world. The third best team in the world means that we're not favourites. There's 2 other teams above us in the world rankings, and there's some good teams at number 4 and number 5 and number 6. So we go there with a team full of confidence and belief, and we go there with no fear. We're going to enjoy it. That's one of our values, to enjoy every challenge that's put in front of us. And what fills me with great hope and great confidence is that the bigger the challenge for my players so far over the last 16 months, the more that they've stepped up, the more that they've enjoyed, the more and better they've performed. So it doesn't get much bigger than this, and we're going to go there, we're going to have the best summer of our lives, and we're going to enjoy every single moment of it. I like to exercise myself, and every time I go out for a run, that's where I do my best thinking. You know, when I go out into the hills in Manchester and just clear my head and get my thoughts, because I do like to think about things that I like to say to my players in the biggest moment, because those are the moments when, you know, as a manager, you've got to really earn your money, and it's where the players look for you for reassurance, for support, for encouragement, confidence and belief. The vision is having, you know, the foresight to actually see how you think a game's going to go, and I like to get these pictures in my head really early. I like to be decisive. I don't like to dilly-dally around the big decisions about team announcements and stuff like that. So I know exactly what I'm going to say at what moment, and I just hope it works.